That's how he scores! Declan Darcy off a deflection. Winds up, shoots, chance out front, he scores! Patrick Shane backdoor ties it up. This one out into the slot, here's a shot, Kate scores! That's how he scores! Declan Darcy off a deflection. Winds up, shoots, chance out front, he scores! Patrick Shane backdoor ties it up. This one out into the slot, here's a shot, Kate scores! High above ringside here in Wilmette, Illinois, the Centennial Ice Rink, we have a special game for you tonight. A rivalry that is well known throughout the state as one of the best between two teams also well known for their ability on the ice. Thank you for joining us here on the Scholastic Hockey League Network. Andrew Weiss joined by Wes Anderson. Wes is down on the bench now for Loyola with co-coach Blake Sorensen. Wes,
both Aiden Finnegan, Eamon O'Brien have a point per game in SHL play. What do they need to do tonight to get the puck behind their goal?
Just play the game the right way, play with intensity, be willing to battle. There's loose pucks out there, we need to take control of those pucks. That's the bottom line. I mean, we've got to win races and win those 50-50 puck battles in all areas of the ice.
We talk about the winning the puck. You guys are known for speed possession. How do you think that's going to bode well tonight against Future Green?
I think we match up pretty well together. I mean, the rivalry speaks for itself. I mean, for us to be effective, we have to skate. We can't give pucks away. We need to have a puck possession mentality. And you know what? Luck of the draw. We might need a little puck luck, and that's just part of the game.
All right, thanks, Coach. Good luck.
thank you, Wes. Back here above ringside. Warm-ups just about to conclude, a minute left. New Trier Green Trevians and the Loyola Academy Gold Ramblers. Both sides coming in top two in the Scholastic Hockey League. New Trier, number one, a spotless 9-0 record over for New Trier. Loyola, meanwhile, 8-1-1, an overtime loss to go with a regulation loss, but 8 wins, impressive nonetheless. The crowd here today in Centennial Ice Rink, well, let me tell you, it's packed. Plenty of Christmas outfits mixed in with some green and blue for New Trier and some maroon and gold for Loyola. Well, like I said, a good one on hand for you guys today. The third meeting between these teams this season, both wins for New Trier. Back on October 13th, the two teams met in Heartland, where JT Travis scored twice for the Trevians, including the game-winning goal. Preston Watt making 16 saves on 18 shots to get the win, the 3-2 final over Loyola Gold. And then back on November 25th, just over a week ago, the two teams met in Loyola's Thanksgiving tournament. Both teams made it to the finals, where New Trier spoiled the day, taking a 3-1 victory Patrick Chang, a power play goal in the second. John Kane and Henry Freeman scoring in the third for New Trier, while Owen Rieger made 15 saves on 16 shots for the W. Well, Wes joins us now here high above ringside. Thanks for the trek, jumping all the way back up here.
Oh yeah, it's an amazing atmosphere right here now, and I can't tell if the listeners know from home, but it's rocking in here. It's full crowd, and it should be a good one tonight.
Absolutely exciting scenes here. You can tell a little bit of animosity between both sides, each side getting a little bit wild, and not necessarily affection for the opposing team.
Oh, there's never affection at any, whether it's hockey, football, basketball, when it comes to New Trier and Loyola. So, you know, hockey, a contact sport, expecting a lot of big hits early, a lot of energy, and this crowd's just going to go insane.
Absolutely. We just finished watching the New Trier blue team take on the maroon Loyola team, which is their JV program, and Loyola took that game by a final score of 3-1, and you could hear it already, the atmosphere going pretty wild for, I guess you could say, the lead-up game. Yeah,
they let the young kids go after it first, and even when we walked in here earlier, this place was almost full, if not 90%, and you know, the kids are getting after it. They're down there, they got the security and everything, so you know, like I said before, when New Trier and Loyola match up, it's always fun, it's always vibrant, and like I said before, it's going to be an exciting game. You got Loyola, who's a puck possession team. They, like Coach said, they use their speed, they want to control the puck, and then you got New Trier, their offense is just unreal. That's pretty much the adjective I can use to describe that. They've got 148 goals in total on the year in their 27 games, and 45 in SHL play over 9 games. So they're averaging 5 goals a game, which at any level of hockey is incredible. So it'll be a great game.
And the best part about that is something Bob Melton mentioned a few weeks ago. The defense has been stellar as well. When you're scoring 5 goals a game, it's tough to beat that. But then you're only giving up 1.5 goals a game in league play. New Trier has been blowing teams out of the water.
Yeah, I mean, when you've got, just from the average standpoint of like a 3.5 goal advantage, you're a team that's going to win a lot of hockey games, and both the New Trier goalies have been stellar, and I think that the offense kind of puts them in a little bit of a shadow because it has been that powerful, it has been that good.
Always got to show some appreciation for the attendees in net. A little bit of bias for the two of us, both goaltenders ourselves. But that said, like you mentioned earlier, great interview with co-coach Blake Sorensen for the Loyola Gold Ramblers. We'll join Bob Melton later on from New Trier in the third period, and I'm sure he'll have something to say as the game goes on. But like you said, great atmosphere, great hockey. Can it get any better than this?
I mean, like me and you talked before, you know we love playoff hockey, and this atmosphere definitely has that feeling tonight. Got a packed house, you know, it's just the beginning of December, but it definitely feels like a state playoff game here in Illinois. So,
like you said, that atmosphere too. Right to our right, we have the Loyola fan base, most of them wearing white, but also maroon in there as well. And off to our left, plenty of green and red from the New Trier fans, looking like it's a Santa theme outfit today.
Yeah, a little Christmas-inspired outfits from the New Trier side, but you know, it's they've been standing since they've got here. I feel like half these kids have been here for half an hour. None of them sat down. Like I said before, you see the security and everybody trying to corral that youthful energy, and even the people behind us. Look like we got some youngsters from the New Trier side here to cheer on their squad. So as these Zambonis are getting wrapped up here pretty soon, we should be getting to hockey in just a second.
And we're talking about this atmosphere for you folks at home because it's so fantastic, but the atmosphere is here for a reason, and that's because these two hockey teams have been great, not only this year, but for years. If you look at the numbers, 5 of the last 6 state championships at the highest high school level, either New Trier or Loyola have taken that home.
Yeah, and that's what makes this rivalry so great. Usually one of them ends up in the final 4 or so, and for the last couple of years, like you mentioned to listeners at home, like one of them has won the championship. Loyola coming off of the state championship last year, and you know everybody knows the history of New Trier hockey, and they've won so many state championships. I think their last one before that might have been in 2017, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, 2017, 2016, 2014. The list goes on. Bob Melton's won 12 championships with New Trier. The program's won 14 overall. You can't beat those numbers. That's just incredible success.
And you think about he's been here, 20-something years, and even in those early years, they were still there, and I think they went on a run where they won about 4 or 5 in a row, which is at any level is a crazy stat. But like we were talking earlier in hockey, you have to be really lucky to put up championship numbers like that. And Bob Melton's a great coach.
Absolutely. And today, an even more special occasion, despite the rowdy crowd and what seems to be lining up to be a fantastic hockey game with a little bit of tension in between, there is a good cause behind it. Today is a quad header between the Loyola and New Trier programs for Misericordia, a not-for-profit corporation which offers a community of care for people with mild to profound developmental disabilities. It was put together by Loyola Gold's Patrick Weimer. He's been on the junior board with the program for 4 years. He's an active volunteer with his mom. This year, the director of outside events, he said, "We thought it'd be a great idea to turn our rivalry with New Trier into something good. We thought it'd be a great way to raise awareness and money for the Misericordia home." Love to see that.
Love to see that. And the hockey community is pretty tight, even with Hockey Fights Cancer, which goes on in the NHL during October. It's always good to, sometimes put the fisticuffs aside and do something for a great cause. And you love to see that even out of some kids so young, like having that importance of like giving back. So it's great that these kids have that awareness at that age to do that. And put a rivalry game where there's going to get a crowd here. People are paying tickets to be in here. Got a few hundred people in here. That I think that money might go to Misericordia, as you mentioned earlier. So it's good. You can even see people lined up behind the boards, and it's an incredible atmosphere.
Yeah, the more fans, the better it is for the charity, and the better it is for our atmosphere here. I do want to mention New Trier also working earlier this season to raise over $13,000 for pediatric cancer research back in September as a whole program, not just the green team. But bottom line is these are hockey players, these are high school kids who are not only using their ability on the ice, they're taking that platform to do something special off of it.
Yeah, it's amazing to see from these kids. I love, like I mentioned before, their awareness to, give back to their community, come together for a cause greater than hockey, and really do something positive in the community. So, it's as the ice is setting here and the tension's building. It's good to just look back and know that there's a greater cause that's at play here.
It should be an exciting one. About to get underway here. The original start time 5:45, just a tad delayed, but that's hockey. It happens. We'll have a few whistles here and there.
Yeah, and that's the beauty about hockey, is that you never know what you're really going to get. And with a matchup like this, where they're going to be flying all over the ice, snapping pucks, and we're going to see some big saves. We're going to see some amazing goals, and we're going to hear the crowd go absolutely crazy. And once they take the ice, the listeners at home and the viewers at home will know exactly what I'm talking about. So,
now we talked about New Trier's ability offensively, their underrated defense and goaltending. What about Loyola? What strength do they bring to the table in this game?
I would say it's crazy. It's a 1-2 matchup in the state, and all season people have been talking about New Trier's offense, but like I mentioned before, New Trier's put up 45 goals in SHL play, and if you look at Loyola, they put up 52 in just one more game. So you can't really just look at New Trier and be like they're going to dominate on offense when Loyola's been proven that they can do the same thing. And I know that New Trier's taken the first 2 games between the two, but as I talked to Coach, they're fired up. This building is going to be rocking, like I keep mentioning, and as a hockey player, when it's loud and it's crazy in here, you feed off that energy. So I think Loyola's offense is really going to take that in, and it's going to use that to their advantage.
And that offense has scored 17 goals in the first period through league play, allowing only 1 from the opposing team. So first period, fresh start might be important.
Hot start too. Only let up 1 goal in 10 games in the first period. That's huge. As a coach and as a player, you want to be able to settle into the game, and definitely when you get that first goal, it kind of relieves the nerves a little bit. You don't, so to speak, relax, but you play a little easier.
Well, the buzzer has sounded, which means the teams are here. New Trier stepping on the ice wearing black and green.
And right away you hear the Loyola with the boo. So it's going to be good. New Trier's looking pretty slick in these blacks, and I know Loyola in there and their gold over there is looking pretty good as well. So
on your screens, you will see New Trier green in black and green, while Loyola gold in shocker gold and maroon. Pretty straightforward, and you have the colors in the team name as well. But that said, we've got some interesting color combinations and some interesting teams about to do battle here in Centennial Ice Rink.
Yeah, it looks like Owen Regger is going to get the start for New Trier here. He's got some sweet pads with the N and the T on the opposing leg. So
old school look, us goalies love.
Yeah, like you said, we're both two goalie nerds up here on this broadcast. So you know that's the first thing we both see, and it's going to be fun.
The goaltending battle today, as you mentioned, likely starters 29 Owen Rieger for New Trier and 27 Drew Shearson for Loyola. Rieger posting a 3-0-0 record in league play with a 1-0-0 straight one goals against average and a .932 save percentage. Those are some really nice numbers.
Yeah, and that's what makes New Trier so hard to play against is we can talk about their offense all we want, but when you're giving up only one goal a game, it makes it pretty easy for the wins to come by. So as they're getting ready over here, it's gonna be a fun matchup.
On the other side, Drew Shearson, only 2 games to his record, a 1-1 record in league play, a 1.5 goals against average, .945 save percentage though is the best on the team for Loyola Gold. We'll see what he can do in net for the Ramblers.
Yeah, that save percentage is incredible. Anything usually over 9.2 or 9.3 is typically going to be the best, but when you get in the 9.5, that means you're seeing the puck really well. You're tracking everything well, even the tip-ins and stuff like that. It means you're positionally sound to make those saves. So as we get started here, it'll be fun to watch.
And Loyola
So they are now announcing a little bit of the beginning of the game, likely about the charity cause we mentioned earlier with Misericordia.
For Misericordia through an online giving campaign.
Let the PA take over just a bit here.
Get ready for one last push as between second and third period, Misericordia junior board members and hockey players will be passing cans through the stands to collect any change or last-minute donations. Both clubs thank you for your generosity.
As we mentioned earlier in the game, Loyola Academy's Patrick Weimer on the ice over there. He's a member, as I said earlier, of the junior board at Misericordia.
The Misericordia resident Natalie
Love to see that, a $10,000 check.
Yeah, that's great to see. For at least maybe a few seconds, they can put their rivalry aside and do something for a great cause. And like you heard the PA announcer say before, they're going to try and raise even more money during the game with any spare change that somebody might have in the stand. So it's just great to see that.
The bottle shop.
Oh, we're about to get underway, as he said. Put away the fisticuffs just for a bit for the charitable cause, but once the big checks and smiling faces are away, it's hockey.
Oh, it's going to be all business. They can be friendly now. And once the helmets get strapped on and the pads get going, it's all business, and it'll be a good one.
We'll step aside now for the national anthem. We'll let it play through the mic. And we'll be right back with some hockey. Number 1 versus number 2. New Trier versus Loyola. Rivalry, let's bring it back.
Oh, I'm loving it. And as we get going here, everybody's strapping their helmets back on, and this crowd gets going. Everybody looks like they're on their feet now. The music's going, and everybody's pumped. I know we're excited up here. We've been talking about it all day, and I'm glad that it's just finally here. So I'm excited, and I hope the viewers and the listeners are gonna enjoy this one because it's gonna be a great one.
For anyone just joining us, New Trier Green taking on Loyola Gold. New Trier 9-0 in the Scholastic Hockey League atop the standings. Right behind them, Loyola at 8-1-1, a loss and an overtime loss to their ledger. But 8 wins besides that should show you how strong their team is. And that one loss in regulation, New Trier.
Yeah, and they're fighting for first place right now. The winner will take sole possession. I know Loyola, I think, has 17 points in league play, and New Trier has 18 with those 9 wins. So, you know, it's a rivalry game. It's got playoff implications for later in the year, but it's also for #1 in the league. So just another added bonus to this great game that we're going to see here.
Eamon O'Brien and Thomas Kempf on the face-off. It's going to be taken right now by New Trier, moving it up the ice. Tyler Baird will dump all the way down the ice into Loyola's zone. Along the boards now will be taken by New Trier. 2 big hits early on, and down on the ice is a member of New Trier team. Moving in, though, Loyola Academy on the backhand, just pushing it wide there, was Aiden Finnegan, and there is a player down for New Trier on the far side of the ice.
And you can already see there the physicality. We're 20 seconds in, 2 big hits. You never want to see somebody get hurt, but you knew that they were both going to bring it from the start.
He is not getting up right now. Definitely don't like to see that. They've called for the trainer who's stepping onto the ice. Can't see the number from here. It looks like it might be Ryan Gallagher.
Yeah, he looks like he's shaking up quite a bit. You know, when somebody stays down that long, with all the adrenaline you got going, you know there's something wrong, and just we hope that he's going to be okay here.
So just by process of elimination, looking at the bench, and I'm only seeing a 7 on the jersey based on his position and starting lineups. I believe that is Ryan Gallagher down on the ice.
Yeah, and that would be a big loss for New Trier if he was out early. He's got 9 goals and 2 assists in the 9 SHL games he's played so far. So he's definitely one of their top guys. Looks like it might be a leg or something just by the way he's moving. So that'd be a huge loss for New Trier's offense going forward if he can't continue.
Of course, the big thing is we hope he's all right. He took a huge hit in the corner. He had moved in on the forecheck down the far side boards. The Loyola defenseman had ringed it around, and he was right in perfect position, but he didn't see a member of Loyola team rushing him. Took a big hit into the boards, and he has yet to get up right now.
Yeah, it looked like it was a little behind the play, and, you know, like I said before, there's going to be a lot of physicality in this game, and, you know, the refs are going to have to manage that. You know, you don't want to get it too wild of a game, and you love to see that. Even though there's a rivalry here, there's some the Loyola team's tapping their sticks. They say okay, and he's skating and getting up.
So Gallagher has gotten up, and it is indeed Ryan Gallagher. As you mentioned, 9 goals in 9 games, important part of this New Trier offense. He's headed right to the bench. Doesn't look like he's getting off of the ice necessarily, so he is staying on the bench, which hopefully means he's okay and not in any serious condition, but obviously a big hit. And that's what we mentioned to start the game. These two teams not necessarily friendly with each other, and you could see that from the physicality to start the first period. Just 20 seconds in, the first whistle from a body check as face-off won by Loyola. An attempt in front is smothered by New Trier's defense. They'll try to get it out up the ice now. Good movement there from the back end from Mac Zelazny as it's now sent down the ice, icing the call. We'll move it back to the New Trier zone.
Like you said, Gallagher got up there, not leaving the bench. There's no way he's leaving this game. He's going to fight through it. These two teams historically don't like each other. He's taking that big hit. He's chirping on his way back to the bench. Let him know he's not leaving. And Loyola knows that he's one of their better players.
Facebook won by Drew Bucket and score! From the point, firing it home, 33 in maroon and gold. It's Egan Gallahan with his first goal of the year and only his second game played in league play. Incredible start for the Ramblers.
And that's what you talk about, those 17 goals in the first period, and we're 39 seconds in already, and tough shot from the point. Looks like Rigger had a little traffic. Maybe he didn't see it. He reacted a little bit late to that. And as a goalie, that's never the start you want, but let's see how he responds.
So Egan Gallahan scoring his first goal in league play after the faceoff was won
Loyola goal scored by Callahan.
by
assisted
Christian
by
Dunn, according to the PA. I believe that was Drew Buck on the faceoff, though, so we'll see the official scoring later on. But as of right now, they have it as Egan Gallahan from Christian Dunn. Bottom line is it's 1-0, and Loyola's threatening again.
And you see how that puck possession that Coach talked about earlier is they're really using to their advantages. They've been pretty well in the offensive zone so far.
Aggressive forecheck from Henry Friedman, but New Trier can't get the puck. Loyola will dump it in. Back to retrieve it now for the Trevians is Daniel Puglisi. He'll send it up the ice. Missing the puck is Patrick Weimer. Will go down all the way to Loyola's side. Loyola taking control of this first period so far, and we'll see what they can do to continue here after that big hit that sent, Ryan Gallagher out of the game.
And you can see already Loyola's keeping their third winger high in that breakout, trying to push that New Trier defense back just a little bit, keep them off their toes.
A big hit. AJ Cornelison sets it up for a shot there that just sent wide by Owen Boersma. Dumped it down low now once again for Boersma. He'll look to center it. It skies into the air.
And you can see already Loyola's trying to play the puck a little bit below their goal line, keep that puck deep in the zone against New Trier.
It's dumped in now from the stick of Patrick Weimer. Sticked away there. Easy save on the ledger for Owen Rieger. Almost a turnover. A dangerous pass was nearly snatched by Eamon O'Brien, who that's the one player you definitely don't want to turn it over to. 18 points leads the Ramblers on the season. Now a shot and a save made there by Drew Shearson.
It's a good save by Shearson. Ease himself into this game. He's already got the lead here. Like I said before, he can relax a little bit. He doesn't have to be as tense on every shot. So as it's going forward to Rieger to our right, he's going to have to bounce back a little bit.
Shot sent wide there from New Trier. Came off of the stick of Ryan Gallagher back on the ice. So glad to see that he's okay.
Yeah, like I said, he probably wasn't going to take a shift off, if any. So
icing waved off here. It looked like Rieger was waiting for the whistle, a little bit confused, but either way, play continues. Big hit along the boards as crunch into them is Thomas Kempf. Now along the boards, you'll see plenty of hits today. Like we mentioned, a little physicality is certainly not out of the question for these two sides.
Yeah, you can already see that they're both trying to set up their offense. They're moving the puck pretty well. There hasn't been a whistle here in about 2 minutes, which means the puck's been flowing back and forth. They've both got pretty good changes, and they're keeping their legs pretty well warm so far.
Dumped in by Glenn Elliott, but chopped down there. Nice play from Gavin Randall to get possession quickly for the Trevians. Down the ice it will go. Back to retrieve Declan Darcy. Played along the boards now as Loyola looks to break out of the zone. Moving forward with the puck, Glenn Elliott. Another nice play at the blue line for the Trevians. They've done a good job so far of limiting the attack to get into the zone outside of a few dump-ins.
Yeah, both teams have been playing pretty tight defense. So far, we've only had 1 or 2 shots through the first couple of minutes here.
Moving in from the point, a shot looking for a tip in front. A good smart play there from Patrick Chang. Just missed a stick in front of the net of Drew Shearson. At the point now, a shot. It goes high, just a little bit too much on that one from Magnus Sivertson.
Yeah, New Trier, you can see that they're trying to get in their sets on their offense, and they're moving the puck pretty well, cycling it there just a tad bit, and their defense so far have been pretty active, pinching.
And you see Sivertson there on the blue line for New Trier, keeping it in. And Sivertson unable to do it that last time. Will be sent back down to New Trier, who look to seem to have settled down a bit after that early goal from Loyola.
Yeah, they do, and you can tell that they're trying to get pucks out of the zone near the tops of the circles.
A chance here, shot sent just wide. Moving in close was Tim Hackett. Had a great chance there, but was unable to finish. Now New Trier countering.
Yeah, New Trier's a little sloppy in defensive zone so far. A couple bad breaks, the puck is bouncing quite a bit, so something to keep an eye on.
A big hit along the boards from Dylan Coachman brings the New Trier crowd to its feet. But Loyola has the puck. Once again, it's Timmy Hackett. Almost turns it over and does so. Now chance, a shot, a save. A second save on the rebound there from Rieger. And Hackett regained the puck.
And it looks like Rieger is settled in after that first shot. 2 good saves on the top of his crease there, then pushing over to his right to make that second save after the rebound.
It was the first one that was a little bit surprising. As you mentioned, that second save, a big one, as rebounds can be a little bit tricky when they're up and close. Now at the point, a shot is going to be blocked in front by his own man. That was Spencer Livendahl trying to get it through, unable to do so now. And now a shot there, a save made An easy one for Shearson from the stick of JT Travis. 6 goals in the year for him. He was looking for number 7. Shearson said no thank you.
Shearson very positional there. You say he's hugging the post. He's pretty much baiting him to go far side glove, and the only place that he put it right into his chest. So Shearson's looking good so far. Rieger's bounced back with 2 big saves. So it's interesting to watch both teams. They're clogging the middle of the ice a good amount, and they're both activating their D to put pucks on net.
Speaking of D, there's a shot there and an easy save made by Shearson on the point shot from Gavin Randall. Another face-off win there for New Trier, who seem to have taken a little bit more of a charge in the face-off dot.
Yeah, and you can tell the Loyola crowd to our right here is quieted down a little bit. I'm not going to say a lot, but most of the action so far after that goal has been in Loyola's defensive zone. So New Trier,
of course, as we say that, they break out.
Yeah. New Trier's had a great response so far with getting pucks on net against Shearson.
Moving forward now, Bobby Sudan, one of the best players statistically speaking for the Trevians. He looks to get it in deep, taken by Loyola and chipped out to center. Corralling it now and firing it off the boards there is Tyler Baird. It'll be sent all the way down, back to retrieve it for the Ramblers. Declan Darcy, and a shot and a save made there. A nice one there by Shearson, showing off the glove a bit.
Yeah, very, very active back there. Bad turnover from the standpoint of Loyola, putting the puck right in the slot with a offender right there. So both teams a little sloppy play so far. The puck's been bouncing quite a bit, so they both need to just settle down just a little bit more. And with a game like this, you know those nerves are going. So they're both settling pretty well.
Hayden Beck chips it out to center. He'll be crushed for his effort as it's sent down the ice. Back to retrieve for New Trier. Daniel Puglisi battling it out. Loyola takes over. Centering feed goes just wide. Now AJ Corneliuson to the point now. A quick move there made by Beck. Nielsen trying to battle, can't get the puck. It's sent back to center where Patrick Weimer takes over. Weimer, some nice sauce there, moving it forward to the stick of Owen Boersma, who gets it in deep.
Yeah, you can see both from the Loyola aspect, their D are really pitching in pretty deep, as we see here, activating the play, keeping the pucks alive, and making it hard for New Trier to break out of their zone.
New Trier will look to do so here, moving it forward. Daniel Puglisi has the puck, bouncing it off of the body of Owen Boersma from Loyola. Now, there'll be a little bit more of a rough and tumble center ice battle we're seeing here. A lot of dump-ins, not a lot of chances for the last few minutes.
When you have two teams with offenses that can score pretty much at will, both averaging over 5 goals a game, they're trying to check more checks and balances, keep each other in check, and it's hard when they both can move the puck so well to get their scoring chances.
And we're going to have a penalty here, as falling to the ice was John Kane from New Trier, and it looks like it'll be Christian Dunn being sent to the box. 2 minutes for tripping.
Yeah, 14% of their power play for New Trier, and from the Loyola standpoint, 97%. So this is gonna be a good test. It'll be a good time for New Trier to try and tie it up here. You got the man advantage for 2 minutes, so we'll see how their power play is gonna set it up in the zone here.
It is 2 minutes for tripping for Dunn with 9:38 left in the first period. It's still 1-0 in favor of Loyola, but they're now on the penalty kill. Although, you know, a 97% success rate, pretty impressive for the Ramblers.
Yeah, usually when the old saying is if your special teams has 100% between the power play and the penalty kill, that your team's gonna be pretty well, and they're only 2% of the power play, but they're 97% of the penalty kill. So it checks itself out. So it'll be a big kill here for Loyola.
You're seeing them be aggressive as the puck's sent down the ice and cleared. That aggressive ability, leaving New Trier unable to set up in the attacking zone.
Yeah, when you talk about speed, it kills, especially on the penalty kill. If you're aggressive and you're forcing the offense to make passes and throw it into a zone where they're uncomfortable, they're not going to be able to set up their systems pretty well.
Moving forward, looking to get some opportunity on the forecheck was Eamon O'Brien, but sending it around the boards was Rieger. Now in the Loyola zone, trying to trap it against the boards there was Egan Gallahan, who has the only goal so far in this game for Loyola. Now out to center, here come the Ramblers. Aiden Finnegan gets it forward now, a chance for Eamon O'Brien, looks in front, a shot, and a goal, no goal, waved off immediately. A beautiful feed there from Eamon O'Brien. to Aiden Finnegan, the two connecting often this season, but the goal waved off immediately by the referee.
Yeah, Rieger pushed hard back to recover to that far side, threw the net off. You can hear the Loyola fans are right giving it to him. Maybe they're thinking it's a little cheap shot, but just things that happen across the game. Great feed though to the middle of the ice to find that shot to get on net.
Coaching staff over at Loyola wanted an explanation. They got it, and well, they're probably not happy with it, but they're going to accept it nonetheless. It'll be a face-off in the New Trier zone. Still 47 seconds left on the penalty to Christian Dunn. As you mentioned, the net being knocked off by Rieger, the cause of the whistle, more than likely. And well, an aggressive push saves the day just a bit.
Yeah, and you can see Loyola, even on the penalty kills, being super aggressive, getting more quality scoring chances than New Trier, who does have the man advantage.
That would-be goal came from the stick of Aiden Finnegan, who has 9 on the season and only 6 league games. That would have been number 10 from leading scorer Eamon O'Brien. Now a chance here for New Trier, looking to set up the puck in the attacking zone. Only 16 seconds left on the power play. At the point now, here we go, a shot. And blocked in front once again. Nothing getting through this suffocating Loyola defense, as that shot coming from the stick of Gavin Randall had no chance.
Yeah, they're getting in the shooting lanes. They're making it difficult for New Trier to get anything through from the point. And like I said, they're like both teams are trying to activate their defensemen up top. But when you've got forwards getting down and blocking shots and nothing's getting through, it's tough to get those second chance scoring opportunities, even if the goalie does make that first save. So something to look forward going through. Where if the pucks aren't getting through, maybe you're going to see New Trier use the half wall a little bit more, maybe cycle the puck, get some rotation down low as opposed to up high to get some scoring chances on Loyola.
Well, the Trevians iced the puck at the end of the penalty. We're back to even strength. And the puck will be in the Loyola zone. Moving forward with it now, Matthew Shawaker looking to the point. A shot deflected just wide. A beautiful tip in front there by Cole Corrigan.
And a little announcer's unluckiness there. I say pucks are getting through, and the next one goes right through, and Heger to our right has to make a reactionary save, even though it missed the net there.
A puck off of the roof, basically. I don't know how else to describe it. Basically the catwalk of the roof.
Yeah.
It will be a whistle. 7:05 left in the first period, as a few players exchanging words and
some
sticks.
pleasantries.
Yeah.
Some pleasantries, some how do you do's, you know, telling them where they should put whatever, you know, something like that. So, you know, just classic rivalry, people chirping at each other. It's good to see.
Drew Buck winning the faceoff, tipped in front, and now a shot will sail over the net. Rieger looking to blocker it away, didn't have to, as it was just a bit too high.
Yeah, and you can see Loyola, it looks like Rieger's having trouble seeing those shots coming through from the point. So it looks like they're getting a lot of traffic in front of him.
Speaking of traffic, there's a blocked shot, as A.J. Corneliussen's shot was blocked by a New Trier defenseman. We'll get it out to the zone, to neutral ice.
And the block shots are a testament to both these great coaches. You know, it's some of the little things that helps you in hockey games, like blocking shots or getting pucks out when need be.
Now Bobby Sudan, a backhand shot gloved easily there by Shearson. Bobby Sudan always a threat for the Trevians. 4 goals, 7 assists, 11 points on the season through league play for him, and you can see that with a little bit of skill, moving to the backhand there with ease.
Yeah, a little snap on net there. He makes it look easy, but it's not that. It's not so when you're out there, so it's good to see these kids snapping the pucks around.
And Shearson with the glove save, calmly holding on to it as a shot is deflected just wide from the point there. New Trier looking to get that goal back, having a little difficulty getting those shots through outside of Bobby Sudan's backhander.
Yeah, Loyola's been really good with getting their sticks and passing lanes and getting in front of the puck when shots have been trying to be had.
Potential chance there for Patrick Chang, but the puck poked off his stick. Now Loyola looking to counter, moving in. Here's a chance for Aiden Finnegan, but it's poked just wide. Finnegan gets it right back, moves deftly through 2 defenders. He'll wing it down low. Here comes Eamon O'Brien, another threat, as we mentioned earlier. A shot in front, blocked once again. Selfless play from New Trier. They'll send it down for icing, but a great combo block there from 2 defensemen.
You see, as like I was mentioning earlier, if shots aren't getting through, you're going to have to cycle the puck low, like Loyola did there. A quick cycle down low, and then a quick pass to the front for a great scoring opportunity, but also countered by New Trier with 2 guys trying to get down in front of those pucks.
Now Boersma will draw in here against Thomas Kempf. Kempf from New Trier, Boersma from Loyola. A friendly little bit of trash talk there from Matthew Schalker, pointing out to Magnus Severton where he needs to line up. Now a chance in front as the puck sails down near the crease of Rieger, and it'll be back out to center. Always those dangerous bounces you got to watch out for.
Yeah, it hits the ice and you don't really know which way it's going. For a goalie, that's one of the most helpless feelings you can have.
Now Thomas Kempf putting it behind the net. Loyola taking over though as Kempf couldn't control it. Up the boards and corralled by Gallagher. Now be sent in deep by Loyola. A little bit of battle trying to get there for Owen Boersma.
Yeah, maybe a little interference there, throwing that elbow out to slow him down.
Yeah, physicality definitely picking up here a bit as a pass to center is tipped away by Loyola. No hand pass called. Calm down now, taken up by Daniel Puglisi. Loyola making a change. Puglisi will take a shot. He'll sail it far over the net. And he'll take a licking there as it's not worth the effort. The shot sailing way too high as the puck now floated into the bench.
Yeah, that classic saying, there's no bad shot. You see how it kicks off that stanchion as it goes over Shearston there, and New Trier almost retrieves it there. That could be a quality scoring chance. So, you know, they're easing into the game. New Trier is they probably not. They don't. Nobody ever wants to be down 1-0 early, but they've responded really well. They, like we said, you see multiple people getting down to block shots, just so scoring chances like that can't get to Rieger.
Face off in the attacking zone for New Trier, won by Loyola once again, carried behind the net now by Nick Liebers. Up the boards now, moving forward with it. Here come the Ramblers. Skating out to center is Drew Buck. Buck, a nice move. Buck tries to get it on net, can't do so. Still has it behind the net. Looks out in front, a chance, a shot sent over the net there from Timothy Hackett. Dumped back in, another chance for Buck off the crossbar. Buck again, and he sends it just wide. What a shift for Drew Buck, trying to get chance after chance, unable to do so. Moving in is Hackett. He rips one into the stomach of Rieger. We have a whistle. What a shift for Drew Buck, unable to get it home though.
Yeah, even though you see Loyola's getting 3 or 4 good quality scoring chances, you see 5 New Trier sweaters in the box there trying to get a shot blocked down. So even though that pucks are getting through, New Trier's defense hasn't been too bad in the defensive zone so far. Maybe, and like you mentioned, Buck, he's just being tenacious on the puck here.
Buck had the face-off win that set up the goal for Gallahan earlier in the game. They did officially announce it as an assist to Christian Dunn, but I don't believe that's correct. We'll see that later on. Either way, Loyola looking to press for another goal here. A few lucky bounces that last shift as a big hit. An incredible hit there from Cooper Project, one of the two-way players that head coaches love to have on their team as the battle in front continues. Project getting all kinds of nasty as the puck is blocked now. New Trier looking to get it out of the zone.
Yeah, oops, there, sorry to interrupt you.
Oh, all good. A chance here for New Trier, but once again shut down. Loyola absolutely smothering them with their defensive system.
Yeah, they're using that speed like we talked about earlier pregame to really get after this New Trier defense, and so far they've had the upper hand in that battle.
Both sides electing to finish their checks with not a whole lot of happiness.
Or kindness, yeah, we could say.
With not a whole lot of smiles and pleasantries being exchanged between both sides early in this first period. Now we have to remember, twice they've played already this year, and both times multiple penalties assessed throughout the game. 6 penalties, 5 penalties, 7, 8. The number keeps going up as the games went on. Only 1 power play goal for all those attempts, though.
Yeah, it's almost like they don't like each other, right? Yeah, and as they're going forward, it's interesting to see. New Trier's won the last 2 matchups. Loyola's come out with a lot of fire and a lot of steam, and their offense has been wheeling, and their speed has been overwhelming so far for New Trier.
Drew Buck tossed out of the face-off, and the Trevians win it on the draw. 3:13 left in the first. New Trier trying to become the second team to score a first period goal against the Ramblers. A nice move there made by Max Zelazny, but he was unable to get to it. Now a race to center for the puck. Who will get there first? Well, it will be New Trier. They'll get it out of the zone. Moving it back in now, number 19 in green and black, Patrick Chang almost turns it over, but gets it to center. Dumped in once again by Loyola, and the Ramblers will get a partial change.
Yeah, you can hear when those big hits are coming and those shots are...
An interception, a shot and a save made by Rieger. A great chance for Danny Huber. And Rieger up to the task, makes a save, and keeps it a 1-goal game.
Looks like he's still looking for it in his gear there, but, you know, giving up that first goal early, 20 seconds in, you can shake your confidence a little bit, but so far, Rieger has settled in as he gets a little pad tap from his teammate there. He's settled in pretty well. He's had a lot of traffic in front of him, and he's been able to make some quality saves so far.
That's how that first goal was scored. With that traffic, he looked like he couldn't find the puck as it's going to be sent wide here. A huge hit from Thomas Kempf, absolutely leveling Tim Hackett, and now Kempf will move to center, fires it just wide blocker side. Kempf coming after Hackett, using his speed though. Hackett gets away. Out to center, Hackett once again runs into his own teammate, and New Trier will take over. Kempf once again into the attacking zone, offsides, as a little bit too excited there. Ryan Gallagher a step too soon into the attacking zone. Yeah,
when you see that 2-on-1 foreman, you get a little antsy, especially the guy on the off wing, maybe setting up for that one-timer, and he looks like he jumped off just a little bit too quick there.
Especially a guy like Ryan Gallagher, as we mentioned, 9 goals through 9 games in league play so far this year. And he did leave the ice earlier from a big hit, but as we mentioned, back on the ice, and he's there now, harassing some Ramblers on the forecheck.
Yeah, no way he's going to miss an extended amount of time in this game.
Here comes Eamon O'Brien, makes a nice move to the front of the net. No goal. O'Brien not happy with that one. Eamon O'Brien, a beautiful move going backhand to forehand to get to the front of the net. He tried to stuff it home past Rieger, and it looked like it was right along the goal line. The referee's talking it out, but this is now the second time that O'Brien thought he set up a goal or scored, and twice he has been denied by the whistle of the ref.
Very cheeky move to Rieger to show him the puck after showing him he made the save. So you love to see these younger kids with that excitement, that passion for the game. Love to see that from a goalie standpoint.
O'Brien getting chance after chance, though. It's only a matter of time before he gets his next one, and we'll see if Rieger's up to the task for round 2. A battle along the boards in the attacking zone for New Trier with just under 2 minutes left in the first period. There's a Trevian on top of the puck, and they're going to blow the whistle as he was not willing to get up.
Yeah, these kids don't need an excuse to hit each other, so board play is going to be pretty interesting. They're going to be throwing some extra elbows, you know, maybe try and sloof at a kid. You never want to see that, but you know they're hungry and they want the puck, and so it'll be fun for the next 2 periods that we'll see to see how that works out. See how the refs too manage that, because you never want somebody to get injured when you have 2 teams that just kind of want to take each other's head off.
Yeah, an emotional game, absolutely, and the team that controls it will be the team that wins more than likely. That was a lesson that they always shoved upon us in high school hockey back home.
Oh yeah. Yeah, winning the board battles is definitely important.
A breakout pass intercepted by New Trier. Here's a chance, a centering feed shut down, a whiff on a shot now, and now Loyola has the puck. A great chance for JT Travis, but he couldn't connect to the puck. We'll have icing here. 1:16 left in the first period, but just a few bad bounces so far for New Trier.
Yeah, you can see that they're hungry to get on the puck, and they look like there's a 2-on-1 forming there, and he just overskated it. Maybe a little too eager to throw that puck across the ice there. And then again, right after that, the Trier had an opportunity to throw the puck deep and just right off their stick. So they've settled down after that first goal, but they still seem a little tight.
Face-off won by Dylan Coachman. New Trier with a chance to do something here, but a block shot sends it out of play. Big block there from one of the 2 captains of this Loyola squad, Cooper Project.
Yeah, you like I mentioned before, they're getting their D activated pretty well here. It looks like they're even trying to set up a play off this face-off here with 2 D high and 1 back door. So
face-off this time taken by Aiden Finnegan behind the net. Now New Trier takes over. A shot, a save made there as it goes out of play. As turning it, gripping it, and ripping it was Bobby Sudan.
Yeah, you saw Bobby Sudan twirl there, and then you saw 58 Kane move to the defenseman, move towards the slot to try and get an open pass, but didn't look like Sudan saw him in time.
Sudan will head off the ice for a change here. 1:05 left in the first. Face-off taken by New Trier. A big hit thrown as the puck is sailed in and knocked away easily by Drew Shearson. Up the ice, here comes Eamon O'Brien, flying through the zone. Project trying to get it to him, unable to do so. Ramblers take over at center, trying to get one last goal before the end of the first. We'll see if they can do so. Moving in, Project gets it to the stick of Finnegan. A nice move and a save by Rieger. Behind the net's Finnegan once again now. To the point, Hackett fires, and a glove save. It goes off this glove and poked just wide. Rieger couldn't hold on to it. The rebound was loose, but no one was there to take it.
Yeah, it's a tough save through traffic, trying to spot that puck.
Now here comes a little more action. A counterattack, a shot and a blocker save made there from Shearson. A good shot coming from Henry Friedman.
Yeah, look, Friedman had his teammate driving wide there for that 2-on-1. Looks like he waited just a little too late to move that over for a backdoor opportunity.
Action picking up here in the final minute. We'll see if either side can get a marker on the board before the period ends. It looks like that won't happen. The final seconds tick off. And we'll end the first period with a 1-0 lead in favor of Loyola Gold over New Trier Green. And what a first period it was.
Great first period. Early goal, New Trier. A little shaken by that, you could tell. After that, Loyola had a few good scoring opportunities on Rieger down here, but after that they settled in. Got a few good shots on Shearson. I think they need, like I said before, cycle the puck a little bit more. They're relying too much on shots from the point on their D, and like we said before, Loyola the same thing. They cycled the puck there, got a good opportunity in front on Rieger. So definitely in my mind, Loyola won that period, not only on the goal, but in terms of the emotion and the energy in the game. So New Trier undefeated, so it'll be interesting to see how they respond to that coming in the second period.
New Trier had put up 15 goals in the first period alone through the first 9 league games they had played. 0 on the board here in the first period against Loyola, which we mentioned earlier, a team that has only allowed 1 goal so far through the first period, as coming down the ice towards the Loyola fan base to get in his net, Drew Shearson. He's pumping him up with the wave of the stick a bit.
Yeah,
and Shearson a good first period as well, without holding any goals.
Very, very sound, very technical, and the best part about what I like about his game is he was very square at every puck. He was seeing things really well. The only hesitation I have coming in the second period is Loyola gave up 1 goal in the first period. They've given up 4 in the second and 6 in the third. So you don't want to see that dip in play and I guess it's attention to detail. But New Trier bounce attack, they scored 15 goals in each period, all 3 periods. So they need to get their offense going so they can get back in this game.
For anyone just joining us, a first period recap. Early on, New Trier's Ryan Gallagher crunched into the boards on a hit just 20 seconds in. He was slow to get up, has returned to the game, but mere moments later, Loyola scoring the only goal of the game so far. It was a beauty from Egan Gallahan from Drew Buck, who's been flying to start the first period, and here now in the second. We are underway. Drew Buck in the action already, looking for another point as the puck is sent out of play.
Yeah, always hungry for another goal. You could be up 1 or up 7. You're always hungry to score more, and the crowd's starting to get into it too. We got Loyola down here to our right, chanting and getting going on the songs here.
We're in the heart of hockey country here, Wilmette, Illinois. Once again, Andrew Weiss alongside Wes Anderson on the Scholastic Hockey League Network. 1-0 Loyola ahead of New Trier Green. That's Loyola Gold. Battle between the top 2 teams in the SHL as the puck is sent down the ice. It will skitter onto the net of Drew Shearson. An easy save there. I don't think you really can count that as a save, but if they do, hey, boost the stats a bit. Right?
Hey, for us goalies, we love when they count that as a save, even if all you have to do is keep your stick on the ice.
Gallagher sets it up, a centering feed, puck still loose, a shot, a blocker save made there by Shearson. Absolutely taking away the chance for Thomas Kempf.
Love that right push to come out and challenge the shooter just a bit and cut down that angle.
Unafraid there was Shearson, puck sent in, not offside, moving ahead with it. Christian Dunn trying to get to it on the forecheck. It's sent out to the point and out of the zone, where Egan Gallahan dumps it back in. Egan Gallahan.
Yeah, great start into this second period for New Trier. Great scoring opportunity right out in front, forcing Shearson to make a big save to keep the lead.
Now New Trier trying to get back into it. Offsides the play though, as unable to get out of the zone. Trapped, and the result of a body check was Thomas Kemp. Now I was talking earlier on with one of the parents on the New Trier side, and trying to go over the names, make sure we had everything correct.
Yeah.
Factual information, super important. And it was funny because he was going over Loyola with us as well. He knows the majority of the players from that side. And we got to Egan Gallahan, and he said, "Oh, y'all be honest, I don't know how to say that name. I don't know who that is." Well, New Trier and Loyola certainly know who he is now, as he scored the only goal of the game so far.
Oh yeah, great point too. And you know, hockey's got some crazy hockey names as well. So
I love it. The crazier the better. As we have a whistle, we'll be icing against New Trier, as plenty of big body checks in those last few seconds. Like we mentioned earlier, these two sides not only battling it out because they're so close in the standings, they're pretty close geographically as well. These two schools know each other quite well.
oh yeah, there's a few miles, if that, separated them, and they're both from the Wilmette and Winnetka area here in the north suburbs of Chicago. So they've all grown up playing hockey against each other. So they're pretty familiar, and you know they want bragging rights going back home tonight. So it's been chippy, but this is one of the best rivalries we're gonna see.
Capacity crowd here at Centennial Ice Rink. Standing room only is what's left available if you really want to come join us. As now New Trier looks to move it out to center.
It's almost like we're down on the west side of the UC.
Shearson will play it off the boards himself. Goaltender activating a bit. A sixth player on the ice, why not? As O'Brien dodges a hit, trying to get it out to Project, unable to do so, and it's dumped back in by New Trier. A shot and another easy save made there by Shearson. Not a lot of chances for New Trier to score goals, especially if the shots are coming from outside the zone.
Very true, and opposed to the first period, it looks like they've settled down a little bit. That first early goal can really rock your team, but they've gotten their feet moving. They've been more aggressive, and it's to your point, they've had more action down here to our right side.
And you can see it right here with Jack Norhead trying to get into the attacking zone. 3 Ramblers swarmed him. Loyola Gold refusing to give New Trier any form of space. Is now a 2-on-1, moving in. A Trevian trying to center it in front, and whiffing on it there was Norhead. We just mentioned him. A great feed in front there, and unable to get to it was Norhead. We will have a whistle. It will be a slashing penalty now. And so a power play chance here for New Trier as heading to the box will be 28 in maroon and gold, AJ Cornelison. 2-on-1, a great chance there, but
It was right-handed shot on the right side. Wasn't on his off wing, so he couldn't one-time it. He more had to push it up there, and it looks like he's, like I said before, just a little too eager to throw that puck up high and end up whiffing on it. But New Trier did draw another penalty, so it's another great opportunity to get back in the game.
There'll be another power play chance here for New Trier. 0 for 1 so far. The deadly penalty kill from Loyola back in action. We'll see what New Trier can do here. A shot from the point is blocked in front and cleared down the ice. A great play there from Egan Gallahan, who's been all over the broadcast tonight.
Yeah, he's just
Egan Gallahan. I'm saying his name wrong. I apologize.
He's been flying tonight. He's definitely charged up for this game, and even early on right there, New Trier trying to set up their penalty kill, just can't get anything going.
Puck dumped in there from the stick of Dylan Coachman, sent back out. Like we said earlier, not a lot of great chances if you're shooting it from outside the zone.
Right, and it makes it even harder when Loyola's been this aggressive on their penalty kill.
Aggressive they are, as you see here now at 3-on-2 potentially, and a missed pass there from Coachman, who's trying to connect with what looked to be Gallagher, but he couldn't do so as the puck is sent in offsides. Loyola will have plenty of time to send it down the ice, and they do so. 1 minute already off of the penalty to AJ Cornelison. And now Loyola looking to get a shorthanded opportunity, unable to do so though, and New Trier will break out to center. A drop pass and a poor decision. It's intercepted but kept in the zone by Puglisi. A windup, a ripper sent just wide on the blocker side there from Tyler Baird.
And like you said, it's not good when they're sending pucks in on the net from the half line, but it's even worse when you're getting these good opportunities and missing the net.
Baird wound up, tried to send it low blocker, couldn't get it on net, and now New Trier having a hard time getting it into the zone. Great penalty kill there from 13. Drew Buck all over, as we mentioned earlier on, had an assist earlier on the only goal of the game. A centering feed poked away, great defensive play there made by Nick Liebers.
Yeah, and more active sticks from the Loyola side, being really aggressive on this penalty kill here, which only has about 4 seconds left.
And the penalty will wind down. Now New Trier 0 for 2 as dumping it in will be Puglisi over the net of Shearson. At the point, JT Travis, he loses the puck, gets it back, and can't dump it in. Moving forward, here comes the deadly Eamon O'Brien. O'Brien makes a move to the backhand, fires, and a save made by Rieger. He was looking down as if he had lost the puck. O'Brien flying over the ice tonight.
Yeah, he's really charged up for this game, and just you'd like to see New Trier get a little bit more scoring chances on their power play. So that's definitely an adjustment Bob Melton's going to have to make in between now and the end of the game to try and get their offense going. Loyola's done a really good job to pretty much stymie them so far.
Boersma on the draw for Loyola, unable to get it now. Moving forward with it is Bobby Sudan. Fires it, sticked away there by Shearson. Trying to keep it in is Magnus Sivertson. He can't do so, and Loyola move it to center. A lot of bodies being thrown around as is the puck. Moving forward now, JT Travis makes a nice move. Travis can't toe drag it past the stick of Owen Boersma. Off the boards, and it's out of the zone. A good clearing attempt there by Patrick Weimer.
You see, even when New Trier does have the puck in their offensive zone, Loyola's been really active with their sticks and playing great defense.
Their first instinct is just to swarm to the puck. It's almost like video game, like when everyone just goes to the puck, but they do it within a system. They do it well.
Yeah, they're. I don't think New Trier maybe has 10 shots so far, and for a team that puts up 5 goals, that's not a lot. So they're going to have to find their ways to get their shots and get their opportunities going forward.
Puck battle along the far side boards in the Loyola zone, or attacking zone at least, and they'll come back out to center where Egan Gallahan will dump it back in. 33 in maroon and gold. Big game for him so far, only his second in league play. Centering feed off the stick of Declan Darcy. That would have been a great chance to slot for him.
As you hear the Loyola crowd to our right getting loud here.
Puck will come out of the zone. An aggressive forecheck almost resulting in a turnover for Trent Caden, but he couldn't get to that puck. Now Caden will grab it and try to dump it in off the glove there of a defender for Loyola. That was 12, Declan Darcy.
Yeah, you can see New Trier's getting their speed back. They're starting to fly a little bit more. Haven't really resulted in anything offensive yet, but their skating's definitely been picked up.
Nice play by Darcy behind his own net to get to the puck. Now Gallahan will go back to retrieve it. Along the boards up to the point. It stays in the zone, but only for a moment as it's winged out to center there by Timmy Starr.
Puck's been bouncing quite a bit today. You wonder if the moisture from the weather outside, it's above average temperatures in Chicago affecting that maybe.
Slap shot sticked away once again coming from Trent Caden. Shearson another easy save. When there's no traffic in front, it's going to be a little more difficult for those point shots to go through.
Yeah, and when you're shooting them from about 40 feet out, it's going to make it that much easier to make that stop.
Puck off the stick there of Timmy Starr. It'll go to New Trier, and they'll send it right back. It's like both teams don't really want possession.
I mean, it's hard when you've got 2 great offenses to really get your offense going.
And a near turnover there was thwarted by AJ Corneliuson and be sent back down the ice. New Trier will have to try to get out of their zone. And it'll come now to the stick of a Trevian who's bumped into the boards. He'll dump it in.
Yeah, it looks like New Trier's trying to dump it in, and vicious hit.
That's a big hit, and that will be a penalty. And you can see right away Dylan Coachman talking to the Loyola players, telling them did not mean it. He held his glove up. But that was a huge hit from Coachman. Likely boarding call, as a few feet away from the boards was the Rambler, and it will be boarding the call.
Yeah, that's a dangerous hit in hockey. You never want to see somebody go face first in the boards. But yeah, New Trier going on the penalty kill here. Down 1 midway through the second. Looks like he might have got a match 2 and a 10 probably. There's 2 guys in the box down there, so you know looks like you might lose your guy for 10 minutes here as the PA announcer.
2 minutes for boarding and a 10-minute misconduct.
That will be Dylan Coachman getting
2 minutes for boarding and a 10-minute
game misconduct. A 2 and a 10, as you mentioned, serving it with him in the box, Jack Norhead. So we'll see now. It'll be interesting to find out what's going to happen with a big power play for Loyola, up by a goal here midway through the game.
Yeah, I expect New Trier to be pretty aggressive here. Let's try and set a tone, get some energy back. You know, a big penalty kill can really get the bench going too, get some energy and morale in the team.
A play at the point made there by Aiden Finnegan, trying to get it low. Ramblers trying to set up some form of attack here. Down low, moving around with it. Is unable to keep it in the zone. A little bit sloppy there. Play made by Declan Darcy.
And from all the speed we've seen so far, this looks like the first time that the play's slowed down a little bit, if you will.
Finnegan gets it deep for Project. He almost turns it over, does so, and it gets out of the zone, squeaking by the stick of Finnegan. Puck played off sides, and we have a whistle.
A little sloppy from the Loyola in there. They know they're up a goal, so they can relax a little bit, but you never want to be too relaxed where you turn over the puck, and you know, that's what happens here with New Trier getting the puck out, and then that offside's being called here.
So face-off outside the attacking zone for Loyola. They'll win the draw there. A good face-off win by Christian Dunn. And dumping it into the attacking zone is Hayden Beck. Forecheck, not really successful yet. We'll see as the puck is played along the boards, kept in nicely there just for a moment as it's sent down the ice once again by New Trier.
And as much as we talked about Loyola being offensive in the first period, maybe 2 shots so far in the second. New Trier's really done a good job of slowing down their offense so far in the second period.
A 1-0 close battle so far. It might come down to who gets the best bounce at the end of the day, as here comes a turnover. Trying to get to it is Beck, and he's able to do so for a moment there. Dangerous play back and forth for both sides. Now moving forward, here come the Ramblers trying to set it up in the attacking zone. It's Beck at the point. Moving over now for Finnegan. Excuse me, that is Nick Liebers. Liebers fires it, and it'll be blocked and cleared again.
Yeah, good shot block in front. Rieger was pushed the other way, so any second chance opportunity that was thrown on the net had a good chance of going in.
An aggressive forecheck here from the Ramblers. Moving in from the point is Liebers. He's bumped off the puck, and the Trevians will get it out to center. Out of the box. There was a change, and now a Trevian tries to get it in deep. Unable to do so, though. A quick change there as JT Travis hopped off the bench and had a chance at the puck, but just couldn't corral it right away.
Yeah, as we see Loyola ice the puck here. Good penalty kill from the standpoint of New Trier, and like I can say, that can really get your bench going when you kill off a penalty, and now they've got an offensive zone face-off. So maybe Bob Melton goes in his bag of tricks and sets up a face-off play if New Trier is able to win it here.
As you mentioned, Bob Melton, a longtime coach, over 20 years behind the bench for New Trier Green. Part of multiple titles to the tune of 12.
It's incredible.
Puck won, face-off won by Loyola Gold. It'll be sent off the boards down the ice. The question is it slow enough for icing? It is not. There you go. Or at least slow enough to negate icing.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. A little bit of molasses stuck there at the goal line for New Trier. Here come the Trevians, and there they go. And here they go again. A little back and forth action, a little sloppy play near the blue line for both sides, turning it over to each other. Puck will come out to the point. A shot deflected and kicked away. Great save there from Shearson. Now a blocked shot. Here come the Ramblers out of the zone. Moving forward with it is Shawaker. He'll dump it in deep and get a change.
Yeah, if New Trier wants to get more more opportunities, they're gonna have to get more than a one-and-done shot there.
Trying to stick handle into the attacking zone there was Henry Friedman, looking to center it, and it's dumped away. And Friedman stands over a player he dumped in return. Here come the Ramblers. A nice move made there. A chance, a shot by Dunn. Save made, rebound loose and held by Rieger. A beautiful move made there by Evan McEwen to set up Dunn. Excuse me, that was 13. Drew Buck once again.
And like we talked about before, we know Rieger gave up that early goal, but so far both goalies have been really, really good. Both of them solid opportunities, and so far in the second period, it's the first good scoring chance Loyola has had, and as New Trier has had most of the activity in their offensive zone with the puck. So
flying around tonight is that line for Loyola. Drew Buck with Cole Corrigan and Christian Dunn getting plenty of chances on net.
Yeah, when you have that top line, you're going to get your look. So that's something to keep in mind, especially from Bob Melton's side going forward.
And that forces New Trier to can't key in on those guys like Eamon O'Brien as a shot is kicked away there by Shearson. Once again, another shot that is, Shearson's just racking up the numbers right now. Is another shot there, a little more difficult. A good turnaround ripper there.
Yeah,
Mark Ashmore.
As you were saying before, New Trier hasn't had the best of looks tonight. They're shooting things from outside the dots, and as a goalie, we know that's pretty almost as a cupcake. So you love to see that the second opportunity here with a decent shot from the high slot.
One of my favorite quotes from my old coach was, remember, you're not a bagel, so any shot that hits you in the chest, it's not going to go in.
Yeah. So, yeah, they need to, as you can see before, there's some point shots of it, and they're trying to pick the corners. So going forward, New Trier is just going to have to get some better quality scoring chances.
Big hit there as Hayden Beck was dumped into the boards by Mark Ashmore. A shot goes wide there. New Trier looking to tie up this game near the end of the second period. A bouncing knuckle puck there from the stick of John Kane goes just wide as physicality ensues along the boards. New Trier keeping it in, though. Nice move there by Gallagher. Couldn't get it on net, though. He regains possession. To the point, Kane rips it. Blocked in front. Rebound sent just wide there. A backhand opportunity from the stick of Thomas Kempf. He was unable to get it on net.
Great pressure by New Trier here.
Now another chance. Backhanded. Kempf has it. Looks for the wraparound. It's poked away. Kempf regains it. To the point, Kane. Another ripper. This one sent wide on a blocked shot.
More and more block shots from Loyola.
Another shot. Save made. Rebound poked over the net there. Good opportunity, but our Ashmore couldn't complete it. Trevians keep it in the zone. A dumping attempt, though, by Gallagher is muscled out of play. And we will have a whistle.
You can see that's probably the first big offensive break for New Trier in terms of having pressure down low in Loyola's zone, and a lot to do with that has been these defensemen pitching in by New Trier. As we see another offensive zone faceoff going here.
And now thrown out of the faceoff, it looks like it will be. Yep, a little bit of an argument, but not much made there by Owen Boersma. He'll be tossed out in favor of Cole Corrigan. Now Boersma comes back in.
Yeah, you don't need to give these kids a reason to start yapping at each other. So
I think it was because of an icing. He thought he could stay in the faceoff dot, but I think that's more of an NHL rule right now.
Yeah.
Either way, Boersma gets the puck and dumps it into the zone where Loyola will look to set things up. Boersma whiffing on it, can't get to the puck, and New Trier will regain it. And slapping it up the boards there is Michael Brunso. Both sides usually electing for that dump and change option, or at least that dump and chase more than often. Here comes New Trier, though, as JT Travis looks to center it. A chance in front, a shot, and it was tipped just wide. A great chance there for Spencer Liffendahl, as he came right on the forehand from the low circle and just it was either blocked or deflected in front, as a little bit of extracurriculars there between JT Travis from New Trier and Egan Gallahan.
Yeah, and a big key so far we've seen from both sides is these block shots. They're both getting their point opportunities, but not a lot's been getting through. And the things that happen, the goalies have been really well seeing it getting through.
Shot from the point sailed well over the net. Bounce, though, gets right out in front. Big battles from the defensemen for Loyola and the forwards for New Trier, trying to get positioning in front, as that one was sent high and wide from Tyler Baird. Another shot, this time gets through, but it goes off the pads of Shearson to the corner. Yeah,
New Trier had some good pressure in the high slot in front of Shearson, but again, a good rebound control from his end, so there's no second opportunity.
Another shot is poked away there from the stick of Gavin Randall. Randall looking to get in on the forecheck again, unable to do so. One of the captains of this New Trier squad wears a C on his chest and looking to put a G on the score sheet.
Good little play on words there. Yeah, New Trier's had some good pressure so far in the second period. Nothing really to show for it yet, but as this game goes on, from the Loyola standpoint, you gotta think that they've got to be a little bit tighter in their defensive zone to pull this one out.
Ramblers get a change in. Here come the Trevians up the ice for New Trier Green. Another chance in front. The puck skittering around. It was poked there by Mac Zelazny. He just couldn't control it. Now here comes Loyola. An opportunity moving in. A shot, a save made from the blocker there, as Danny Huber couldn't capitalize on his opportunity. Had Christian Dunn streaking down the left wing as this shot goes off the back of the net. Here's Dunn in the corner, battling, looking for the puck. Gets it now to the stick of a teammate. Moving forward with that one and dumping it deep is Drew Buck. Opportunity denied though, and here come the Trevians out to center. Skating with some speed is Magnus Sievertson. Sievertson gets it in deep, and he'll move back out to the blue line.
Yeah, both teams are making it hard for the other one to break out of their zone here as we see two players fight for the puck.
A lot of battle back and forth, a lot of one-on-one opportunities for each side as the puck will come in on Shearson, and he will cover. We do have a whistle and a penalty, cross-checking the call, and it's going to go against New Trier.
Yeah, as we see,
that's Magnus Sievertson. He dumped Drew Buck into the boards with a cross-check, and he will sit 2 minutes.
Yeah, as you're looking the other way, JT Travis was giving it to Shearson right in his face down here. Let him know that he's going high glove or whatever it might be, just trying to get into his head in any way possible.
Discipline right now is an issue for New Trier.
Yeah, as the top team, they want to assert themselves, and sometimes that can result in you being maybe it's a little bit too physical. So, but I'm going to calm down the crew just a little bit and just ease their nerves going forward.
Well, they had that 2 and a 10 earlier from Dylan Coachman, and he's still sitting in the box there for New Trier. As joining him now, keep him a little bit of company, was Magnus Sievertson. And another power play here for Loyola. They haven't really done a whole lot this game or this season on the power play, but they'll look to change that here. A shot, a save made, a rebound, skitters out into the slot, and it'll be cleared by the Trevians. A great chance there. Eamon O'Brien once again showing that ability and willingness to get pucks on net. Here comes O'Brien again with some speed. O'Brien on the backhand, tries to backhand it to the slot, looking for a teammate, but unable to poke it home was Aiden Finnegan, and it's cleared down the ice.
And you wonder, as the game goes on, Loyola's had about two or three more power plays than New Trier so far in this game, and we know New Trier, they're going to get their opportunities and then they're going to score. So you wonder if this could be a missed opportunity if they don't capitalize on the power play.
O'Brien again carrying it into the zone. Project looks to move it forward, knocks over two players, one of them being his own, and the puck is sent down the ice. Project not afraid to mix it up, but you got to watch out for your own guys sometimes.
Oh, yeah. Nope, I don't think either team is afraid to mix up and get a little rowdy with one another here.
Now skating it up the ice, Timothy Hackett. He'll look to dump it in. Waiting for it is a Trevian who will send it down the ice. A perfect clear there from the stick of Tyler Baird. A great play, and the Trevians will get a quick change. Up the ice, trying to get to that puck. Christian Dunn moving in. Dunn slowed down just a bit, pokes it on net, and the buzzer blows. And that'll do it for the second period. 19 seconds remain on the penalty to Magnus Sievertson, but the big number 1 on the board for Loyola and 0 for New Trier.
Yeah, two teams that they're known, like we said beforehand, known for their offense. Surprising there's only one goal on the scoreboard, which in turns mean these two goalies have been playing pretty well.
We will now take a quick step aside as the Zambonis will come out and give the ice a little new coat of paint.
A little cleanup here.
Yeah, we mean ice. Gotta love it. So we'll step aside briefly here for the break. And we will be back soon. Once again, you're listening to the Scholastic Hockey League Network. Andrew Weiss alongside Wes Anderson. Third period will be here shortly. It's 1-0 Loyola over New Trier. We are back for the third period of action here from Centennial Ice Rink in Wilmette, Illinois, between two of the top teams in the entire state and two teams separated by just a few miles. Rivals New Trier Green and Loyola Gold. Third period just about to start. We have a special treat for you as Wes Anderson, my color guy. I'm Andrew Weiss. Thank you for having us, Wes Anderson, down on ringside with head coach Bob Melton. Wes?
All right, Coach, so far through two, they've been clogging up the middle pretty good, not letting you guys get any scoring chances. Too many scoring chances down the middle. How are you going to adjust to that in the third?
Well, we got to get more pucks in the net. We didn't have enough shots on goal. The best thing about tonight is, as bad as we're playing, we're only down by a goal. So, you know, this game's always a crazy game. We're not playing our game tonight. I think it's the crowd, but hopefully we can rally here in the third.
Yeah, like you mentioned, you got a little bit of penalty trouble there in the second. What did you say to the boys through the intermission to try and calm them down?
Yeah, you know, I told them, I know, as much as, you know, it is a big crowd net, it's still a hockey game. And I know, you know, the nerves should be out by now. I did like some of our 5-on-5 play late in that period, so if we can carry that over this period, I still like our chances here.
It's hard to beat a team 3 times. You beat them twice so far. What have they done through 2 that's been different from the other 2 times?
You know, again, like you said, Loyola's defending state champs. They have all their guys back from last year. We've beaten them twice. I mean, you know, it's going to be a 1-goal game probably tonight. I mean, we just got to play better is what we got to do.
Thanks, Coach.
All right.
Thank you, Wes, and thank you, head coach Bob Melton over there for New Trier Green. As you mentioned earlier, he's been with them over 20 years. He's been part of 12 championships. Incredible coaching career for Bob Melton. We'll see what his team and the Trevians have. Undefeated season on the line here, down 1-0 in the third period against the defending state champions, Loyola Academy Gold Ramblers. Third period about to start here. Once again, Andrew Weiss alongside Wes Anderson, who is rejoining us momentarily on his trek back from the bench. You're listening to this game on the Scholastic Hockey League Network. Third period, let's get it started here. New Trier winning the faceoff. You have to remember there is just a few seconds left on the penalty that's being served by Magnus Sievertson. He had a cross-checking minor. He'll be out of the box momentarily. New Trier still on the penalty kill. They'll get it down the ice, and that will do it for the last few seconds ticking off of the clock of that penalty. So another power play for Loyola coming and going. Unable to capitalize on any of their chances so far with the man advantage. We'll see if that comes back to bite them later on as the Ramblers try to get it out of the zone. Moving forward ahead, trying to get to that puck, Aiden Finnegan. It was chopped away swiftly there by Taylor Barrett as we're rejoined by Wes Anderson. Wes, glad to have you back. Great interview down there with Bob.
Thanks. Yeah, you could tell he even knew that his team wasn't playing the best that they can, and you know, 1-0 right now. See if they can get back in the game. But either way, it's probably gonna end up a one-goal game, if not maybe a late empty netter. So going forward, I think New Trier is just gonna have to calm down a little bit, and you can tell that this big crowd's affecting them.
16-15 left in the third period. We're basically just starting it up, less than a minute in to the final frame. And like you said, and you know, Coach Melton was saying it, despite the poor play so far, it's only a 1-goal game. As moving forward with the puck, JT Travis, he'll move in and has it poked away. A great defensive play on the back end there from Declan Darcy, shutting down JT Travis and keeping the puck away from the slot, as the Ramblers have been wont to do so far. Nice fake move there, a shot, a glove save made. After ripping it there was Henry Friedman. The puck stays out of the trapper there of Drew Shearson, and so we play on.
Yeah, you could tell New Trier is trying to get that offensive game going so far through the first minute and a half through the period.
And a breakout pass here coming up the ice. Danny Huber trying to get it in on net, tie it up, and it's poked away by Owen Rieger. Big save there and great defensive play made by the Trevians, although the stick work could have been a little questionable.
Yeah, it looked like he almost gave him a bear hug there to try and slow him down.
Loyola crowd not overly happy with that, but we play on. No whistles in the last few minutes here. Battle along the boards on the far side. Now New Trier takes it. A little toe drag move is unsuccessful there from Trent Caden, and he'll be shoved into the boards. Puck comes up the ice, moving forward with it now. Cole Corrigan moving to the attacking zone. He'll look to dump it in deep to the stick of Owen Boersma. Boersma unable to get to it. Comes out to the point and kept in there by Patrick Weimer, who sends it just wide.
Yeah, it looks like the ice hasn't completely set here, so it's making it a little tough to move pucks from side to side for both teams.
Timmy Starr dumps it in, and as you mentioned, yeah, it's still a little bit slippery. Good work by the Zamboni, though, to get it all refreshed and ready to go for the third period. And it doesn't look like a pond from up here, which is always good. Every now and then you get some poor ice, but as you mentioned, it's just a little slippery out there right now.
Yeah, especially after 2 periods, it's good to get that Zamboni and get all the loose ice off the playing surface.
Puck bounces off the end boards right into the slot. It's poked away by Shearson. Ramblers trying to get it out, kept in by New Trier around the boards, behind the net of Shearson into the corner. Back to retrieve it now, Nick Liebers up the boards and out of the zone through the middle. New Trier will get a change.
Yeah, New Trier, they've pretty offensive so far. The last minute or so lagging in that, and as Loyola gets an opportunity to come another way here.
Now here comes Glenn Elliott. One of the few times we said his name tonight, he'll come out of the zone as the Ramblers will regroup here from the stick of Eamon O'Brien. Said his name plenty of times tonight. He's had multiple chances. Hasn't been overly successful, though, as New Trier will get it, bounce it off the boards. A backhand can't clear the zone. It's stuck in the skates, and now O'Brien fires it over the net.
Yeah, as we talked about before, the goals by period. From the SHL standpoint, Loyola's given up 6 of their 11 goals in the third period. So you know that's in the back of the mind of New Trier as they're going forward here in this third period.
Puck kept in by Finnegan, looking for Eamon O'Brien. On the near side, O'Brien makes a nice move to get to the puck. Try to get it to Project now, one of the co-captains of this Rambler squad. And a big hit there from Finnegan, absolutely crushing the New Trier player. That was Dylan Coachman, who had that 2 and a 10 earlier. Had the game misconduct, now back in the game. Now a chance, a shot, and a save made there. Making it look easy was Drew Shearson, taking away a great chance for New Trier, probably their best shot of the period there, coming from Ryan Gallagher, a noted goal scorer.
Yeah, great toe drag to free himself from that defender and create space at the top of the circle there. And another great save by Shearson. Hit him right in the chest. Means he's very square of the puck as he's been throughout the game.
Coming up big so far for Loyola, keeping it a 1-0 game, 12:36. Lead pass looking for the stick of Christian Dunn. Skips over his stick, will have an icing. Send it back down the ice.
Yeah, as you mentioned, about a little bit more than 12.5 minutes left, and all it takes in hockey is one shot to change the game. So
we'll see if we can get that next marker on the board, if there is one. I'm sure New Trier would like to see one on the board, because if not, that means a final of 1-0 would be the first loss in the column for the Trevians.
Which is, from the New Trier standpoint, just such an impressive thing to do. Like you talked about earlier, any small break could lead to a goal. It should lead to a loss. So
at the point, here's a shot, tipped, save made, and scooped up there by Rieger, as crashing the doorstep there was Timothy Hackett.
Yeah, Rieger back there, still confident. The one and only goal of the game came in the first 30 seconds or so, but he's settled in and he's kept his team in. He's made a few really big saves.
Yeah, it's incredible to think about it, whether it's scored 10 seconds in or with 10 seconds left. You know, every goal counts, and that first goal, so quick into the game, has held up so far through basically 2 periods, as both teams getting a little bit excited here. JT Travis getting right in the grill of Owen Boersma. Boersma was pushing him back, saying you need to back up for the face-off, and Travis was not about it, getting right up in his face.
Yeah, it's almost like they don't like each other, right?
That last face-off was not Travis, as he throws a big hit, still a little bit frustrated. Along the boards, getting to that puck now is Michael Brunso, moving it up ice, and here comes Travis. Still with a strong head of steam, moving past Hackett. Behind the net is Travis, still with the puck. Turns around, nice spin move there, takes a body check. A turnaround shot, fought off and held by Shearson. A great chance there from Bobby Sudan, but Shearson once again up to the task.
Yeah, you see Travis come down that left side with a full head of steam, and as you mentioned earlier, they were dumping pucks in and trying to get on their forecheck. Maybe you think that now they carry the puck into the zone, maybe take it around the goalie and set their offense that way, as opposed to chipping it in and going after it and making the Loyola defensemen turn their backs to the play and go after it.
Face-off now between Max Zelazny and Eamon O'Brien, and it's won by the Ramblers, and they're flying out to center. Nice move by Aiden Finnegan. Finnegan behind the net on the backhand. He'll chip it out to the point. Held by Gallahan. The shot will be sent just wide. Gallahan has the only goal so far of the game, although we've had 2 waved off. Trevian's looking to get it out to center. He'll go off the boards. Gallahan will get it just out of the zone, and offsides are the Trevians.
Yeah, there's no love lost here as somebody down on the neutral end is picking something up. But Riegers looks solid. Shearson's look solid, and like we were talking before in this broadcast, 2 great offenses from both sides means that the goalies are going to have to play well, and they've definitely settled in and made some great saves for the teams.
Puck will be dumped in by the Ramblers. Icing waved off. Project trying to get in there. Lifts the stick, gets to the puck. Tries to make a move in front. Instead, it'll come to Finnegan. Up to the point, a shot blocked there. Great play made by Patrick Chang. He'll be out to center for New Trier. Toe drag move unsuccessful there for Mac Zelazny. But the Trevians still have it in deep. Moving around the puck with it is Trent Caden. He's dumped down to the ice. Now Zelazny trying to get to it. It's played along the boards by the Ramblers. In the corner, Patrick Weimer gets to that puck, holds onto it, battling once again along the boards. We see this quite often tonight, where the 2 sides will duel it out along the edge of the rink.
Yeah, it's interesting from the Loyola side. They are up 1 goal, but you see 79 Christian Dune flying high as the 3rd man.
Now a chance, a shot will be deflected wide of the net. Great defensive play there as Jack Norhead will try to get that puck on net. It was unable to do so. Behind the net, a battle comes out in front. Backhand looking to the point. A little bit of a scramble there, and it comes to the stick of a Rambler. Played off the boards as taking a big hit there is Christian Dunn. Dunn takes it in his skates, looking to center it. Can't chop it forward. Big hit there thrown by Drew Buck. And another big hit thrown by Danny Huber.
I guess the best way to stymie an offense is to just keep being physical in that regard. So something to watch going forward. See if Loyola can keep managing that for the next 9 minutes and change.
Timothy Hackett dumps it in deep. It's played along the boards now, up to the point. Corralled and dumped in, but not with enough juice. Off the stick of Nick Liebers, and here come the Trevians. Gallagher fires, and it's held by Shearson.
Shearson's look very sharp. I know we've been talking about the goalies a lot. We're 2 goalies ourselves, but
hey, it's a 1-0 game. You have to explain it with 2 teams as good offensively as they are, firing puck after puck. It's only a 1-goal game, and it's only a 1-goal game in total.
Yeah, and for 2 teams that both average over 5 goals a game, their goalies might get overlooked, but tonight they're showing why they're the top 2.
And as every goalie knows, as both of us know as former goalies, you got to thank the defense too. Both sides have been stepping it up and limiting chances offensively, especially Loyola absolutely shutting down the slot. Not a lot of chances from the middle of the ice and the most dangerous part.
Yeah, they've been doing a good job clogging up the middle, making it very difficult for New Trier to get anything in the slot in the prime scoring area of the ice.
Plenty of big hits being thrown as the puck is behind the net of Drew Shearson. New Trier trying to make a move over there in the corner. It's popping into the slot. A lot of bounces here. A little chaos going on. Who will get to that puck first? It will be a Rambler in the form of Declan Darcy.
Yeah, you never know when the puck's bouncing like that where it might end up.
And a shot from Gallagher was deflected just out of the zone. And it will have to be dumped back in by New Trier. A lot of good chances in that last shift, mostly because of a bouncing puck. We talked about it. This game might just come down to puck luck. And that's something that we've seen so far from both sides is goaltenders getting a few lucky bounces.
Yeah, and like I was mentioning before, for the people who don't know, when the humidity, especially outside of the arena in terms of temperature goes up, comes inside, the ice gets pretty choppy, which makes the puck bounce a little bit more, which we've seen all game. So you wonder if that's affecting it a little bit. And yeah, it might just come down to who gets the better bounce. And so far with that 1 goal, I think Loyola, that they've had that advantage.
I mean, you're talking to a Florida boy. I know all about humidity and ice. That's it's probably skewed my stats in favor a little bit. I'll take those few extra, shutouts and wins because of a little bit of humidity outside.
Yeah, just bouncing over sticks and people missing pucks.
Oh yeah, I've counted my lucky stars plenty of times. Well, let's see who can count more here as the Ramblers look to get it off the boards, out of the zone, moving forward with it. A good chance is shut down immediately by a better defensive play by Gavin Randall. Ramblers into the zone again. It's Aiden Finnegan. He's been all over the score sheet tonight. A bounce in front, of backhand, and a save made there by Rieger. Another great chance. This time it was Cooper Prodzik trying to backhand it on net, and closing off the post with ease was Owen Rieger.
Yeah, and you'd think Loyola, with the team who's got the lead with about 8 minutes to go, they'd be a little bit more defensive, but they haven't let off the gas pedal at all. They've been aggressive in the offensive zone and forced Rieger to make 2 pretty good stops so far.
That's a big thing for Loyola fans. They love to see that, a team not turtling, but going for the throat instead. Battle on the boards, and it's taken by New Trier. Here comes up the ice, Taylor Baird. A little saucer pass leading in front, a shot, and it goes just wide. A great saucer pass, and another chance in front. This one's going to be pushed wide there. A beautiful play was made there by Tyler Baird to set up a chance in front, but it was poked just wide of the blocker of Drew Shearson. The best chance of the night so far for New Trier. Another shot. This one's gloved with ease by Shearson after a ripper from the slot from Patrick Chang. What a great opportunity there for New Trier.
Yeah, we're talking about those bounces. New Trier got a fortunate one that led to a 2-on-1, and then a great saucer pass in the middle that resulted in a little bit of a mini breakaway that Shearson was able to turn aside. So, it just might be that night where whichever way the puck bounces kind of dictates who wins the game.
I do want to give another shout out to Tyler Baird. That was a great saucer pass right in the tape, right alone in front. It was just poked wide of the blocker. But now a 2-on-1 here for Loyola. Shot save made, rebound kicked right out, but away from danger. Great save made there by Rieger. Now, New Trier on the counterattack.
Great save by Rieger with the great rebound control too.
This time a save by Shearson. He kicks it out, this to the corner. And Loyola will have to get a partial change as New Trier retrieves in their own zone.
Yeah, as the clock starts ticking down, you can see they're both getting a little bit more aggressive. Loyola, they've lost the first 2 meetings of this, and they don't want to lose again.
Now a chance here is fired wide by Mark Ashmore. He puts his head up to the sky in a little bit of disappointment. And a potential 2-on-1, but instead we're going to have a whistle. Offsides the call. It's Eamon O'Brien just a step too soon. It is a penalty call. Too many men on the ice. Looks like the decision from the referee, and I believe it's against Loyola.
Yeah, it looked like behind the play that just a sloppy change from Loyola's end. It looked like maybe the player coming on the ice touched the puck before the guy he was changing for got back to the bench. So a mental miscue by Loyola that gives New Trier a great opportunity with 7 minutes left to try and tie this game up.
And it is indeed too many men on the ice. It will be served by Glenn Elliott. And that's a big one. We talked about earlier, Loyola, they've had 2 goals called off through a whistle or, it wasn't a goal we had earlier from Eamon O'Brien. We've seen plenty of power play chances for the Ramblers, unsuccessful. And now here you go, New Trier a chance to tie it up. Now we mentioned earlier, New Trier has gotten a few chances of their own, and Loyola's penalty kill has been very strong, but this is a sloppy mistake that gives them a chance to get back in this game.
Yeah, you wonder just how much more luck they can have, whether it's a bounce here or there, or not capitalizing on the power play. They're coming against the best team in the state. That they're a best team for the reason. So you can't give them too many good opportunities like this.
And a sloppy turnover at center ice leads to the puck just getting out of the zone for Loyola, and New Trier will have to reset. 6:38 left in the third period. Still plenty of time, as we mentioned, for both sides to do some damage. But New Trier looking up at the clock every now and then, realizing how much time is left. Rieger will have to get to that puck, and he'll let it go. Maybe a mistake made there by Owen Rieger.
Yeah, maybe just you see him play the puck up to his forwards there, try and start that offense from the back end.
Moving forward with it and dumped into the boards after dumping the puck in was Dylan Coachman. Loyola gets to it. Turning it over, though, New Trier will dump it back behind the net. Nice move there made by Timothy Hackett to try to get himself some alone time. He does so, and he'll send the puck just out of the zone. Now Cooper Brodzik fires it. It'll be deflected out of play into the netting. He had a man in front in the form of Christian Dunn and couldn't get it to him. 42 seconds left in the minor. The bench minor, too many men, 5:50 left in the third.
Yeah, an interesting play you're seeing from the top 2 forwards on this Loyola penalty kill. You see one of them flying behind the New Trier defenseman when it looks like they're getting possession. So they're still being aggressive even on the PK. So an interesting move from Loyola's standpoint.
Now we're going to see Drew Buck and JT Travis back in the circle. You have to remember they had a little argument earlier. Travis was thrown out this time, but it's won anyway by New Trier. Here come the Trevians moving up the ice, looking to tie the game. Magnus Sievertson will dump it along the boards. Moving in from the point is John Kane. Gets that puck and keeps it in. Here's a chance on the backhand. Swirling around the net now is Spencer Liffendahl. Gets it up now to the stick of Sievertson. Down low now to the point. A shot deflected. Save made. Still loose. Shearson looking for it. It's still being poked around. Still loose. Finally a whistle. New Trier wants a penalty for covering the puck up with the hand. Loyola wants a whistle, and they got it. Holding on for dear life was Drew Shearson after that shot from the point was deflected.
Yeah, you see the Loyola defender just laid out on the puck. I'm not sure if they're going to call a penalty or not for delay a game. It looks like they might. No, actually, no, they're not. But, you know, by any means possible, we're on the penalty kill to not let that goal. And sometimes you just got to lay your body on it. As long as it's not in the crease, you know, it shouldn't be a penalty to the discretion of the referee. So, you know, great play by the Loyola to stop that second chance from going in. Great save by Shearson on that first opportunity.
And that puck indeed coming out of the zone as both centermen, I'm not exactly sure what they're doing. It looks like they were playing footsie with each other over there, poking each other in the skate.
Yeah, just a few cheeky moves just to get inside each other's heads.
Nothing like high school hockey. Gotta love it. Little bit of cheekiness, a little bit of petty as JT Travis offsides. Another whistle. Only 3 seconds left on the bench minor to Loyola for too many men as standing up ready to leave the box is Glenn Elliott. He's had enough time in the box. He's ready.
It's about time he came out, and you know he wants to contribute to Loyola going forward.
Penalty over. 5:06 left in the third period. A centering fee is taken away by Loyola, and here come the Ramblers. With some speed, moving up the ice there was Declan Darcy. Almost turns it over, and he'll convince in a battle along the boards as JT Travis runs over two players, one of them being his own. Now a move made there, and an unsuccessful one from Thomas Kempf, trying to make a nice little off-puck deke to get himself some space for a shot, and just wasn't successful. Loyola ices the puck, though, so there'll be a puck back in the Rambler zone, but these little deke moves have just not worked all game long for New Trier. You have to wonder what their next move will be.
Yeah, like I mentioned before, when Travis drove wide coming down that left side, you wonder if maybe that's their play, to get the puck deep in the net, to play a little bit closer to the goal line for Loyola, is to drive wide, make those D turn their skates, and more or less chase them. Loyola's doing a great job, like we mentioned before, of clogging the middle, so maybe playing a little bit more outside of the dots and then attacking in from there might be the point that New Trier might make going forward.
4:32 left in the third. Time winding down here in the final frame. And we'll see if New Trier can answer. They've been shut down all game by a great defensive effort from Loyola and a fantastic goaltending performance so far from Drew Shearson. Shearson himself will stop the puck on the dump in there. Loyola looking to break out to center. Moving forward with the puck now, Owen Boersma. Boersma gets it to the stick of Cole Corrigan, who dumps it in deep for Loyola. Back to retrieve it is Puglisi. He's battling there with Corrigan. Boersma in there as well, but Puglisi gets the puck for New Trier. Daniel Puglisi off the boards, down the ice. No icing as it's corralled neatly by Timothy Hackett.
Yeah, you see Loyola try to play below New Trier's goal line, forced him to go the full 200 feet of the ice to get a shot on Shearson to our left here. So it's going to be interesting to see as the game progresses for the next 3 minutes, how they play in the offensive zone.
Hackett almost turns it over, and he'll have to send it down the ice. Icing waved off after getting a little too fancy with the puck. Regal ringing around the boards. It's kept in, though, on a nice play at the point by Drew Buck. How many times have we said his name today? He's been all over.
He's been flying across the ice, and you need a guy like that to who's.
Gallahan's shot deflected just wide. He almost had his second.
Yeah, talk about Buck. You need a guy like that to have a great game to beat a team like New Trier.
Corneliuson playing the cycle now for Loyola. It's turned over and taken out to center there by Mark Ashmore. So far, possession for New Trier in the attacking zone has not been overly abundant in this third period.
No, it hasn't, and as the time starts to wind down, you're going to probably see Bob Melton do something he hasn't done all year and pull Rieger to get that extra attacker. So It's going to be interesting. You see he's communicating to the bench to his coach to see when he's going to pull him. Usually it's around that 145, 130 mark. You know, maybe Bob lets his team, you know, have a little bit more pressure to see to pull Rieger earlier or later. So something to watch as we're going forward.
I believe both coaches still have a timeout in their back pocket they can use if they feel they need to. We'll see if either side elects to do so here, as there's only 2 minutes and 50 seconds left in the third period. Puck's going to skitter right into the feet of Rieger. He let his defenseman play it, and luckily for him, his defenseman knew what to do with it.
Yeah, a little miscommunication from goalie and D partner right there.
Rieger backhanding along the boards. It's taken by Finnegan. Finnegan for Loyola loses the puck, and here come the Trevians. In their own zone, trying to get out to center. A lead pass for JT Travis goes off his skate. Travis still battling for it. Net remains full for New Trier. We'll keep an eye on him for you, see if Rieger decides to leave anytime soon with this puck possession in the Loyola zone. A shot will go just wide. Not a lot of high quality chances so far for the Trevians. Up at the point, a shot will go just wide there as John Kane could not hit the net. Ramblers will chip it out to center. It's backhanded back into the attacking zone by New Trier Green. Loyola Gold. Battle of 1 and 2 in the state. And battle of 1 and 2 in local fans' hearts, as these schools only separated by a few miles at most. Undefeated, unbeaten New Trier, down 1-0 with 1:36 left in the third period. Can they find some magic? A shot is sent just wide there. They almost had their answer.
And Rieger's still in the net. A little surprising from Bob Melton's end that he hasn't pulled him yet.
I'm sure Melton's still looking for possession. We'll see if they get some here. There's a tie-up at center, as it's basically 4-on-4 with plenty of action back and forth. New Trier fans looking for penalty as the shot scales just wide, as they believe their man was interfered with, and honestly, they probably have a good reason to be upset.
Yeah, they have a good case. He took a hit with...
Here comes Rieger, empty net. We have a whistle. And I'm not sure what the whistle is for, as Rieger was bolting to the bench, and it looks like they'll keep him there. Yeah, well, he's staying on the ice, but near the bench as we figure out what this whistle is for. But New Trier fans, coaching staff, and players all upset, as one of their players, I couldn't see who it was tangled with a Rambler at the blue line, and the refs are discussing it right now. They were tied up at the blue, and they couldn't get off of each other. Finally, one of the players, I believe it was a New Trier player, got off of the Rambler, tried to go into the attacking zone, and the Loyola player cross-checked him in the back and knocked him right down.
Yeah, he took a hit behind the play.
Taking its timeout. Timeout, New Trier.
So real quick, there is a timeout call by New Trier. I'm not sure what the original whistle was for. It looks like the faceoff will be out of the zone, though. So it might have been offsides. Either way, the faceoff will be out of the zone. New Trier taking their timeout.
Yeah, I think you're going to see Rieger come up to around the hash marks here, wait for New Trier to get possession of the puck, and then bowl to the bench. You see Shearson down there kind of just mentally prepare himself. But from New Trier, Bob Melton's drawing up a play. He's probably going to try to keep things to the outside to start off with, and then try and attack the middle of the net. Loyola's done a great job of clogging the middle, which is why he'd probably want to stay away from there to begin with. Get a little puck movement, and then probably either like a high tip or maybe a backdoor play to try and tie it up.
We talked about before the game that this one might come down to a greasy goal, something that might not be pretty, but might be what holds up the game. And that original and the only goal so far from Egan Gallahan through screen traffic is so far the only marker on the board. I wouldn't be surprised if New Trier finds a way to tie it up. I doubt it's going to be a pretty one. Yeah, it might just be chaos. Yeah,
there's going to be a lot of traffic in front of Shearson. However this puck goes in, if it does, and yeah, like you point out now, Rieger's out of his net, so Bob Melton's just going for it right now. He's got the 2D back, and as soon as that puck gets in the offensive zone, they're going to be pinching and crashing hard.
So Rieger out of the net to start this face-off. Empty net, 6 players on the ice, or 6 skaters on the ice for New Trier. A shot on net, and it's covered by Shearson, and he's not happy. Gets up really quickly, shaking his glove at the player for New Trier, who crashed the net looking for a rebound. But that's what you have to do right now if you're New Trier. You have to find those rebounds. Loyola Gold, trying to hold on for dear life here with 53 seconds left.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. You have to throw the puck, throw the puck at the net from a bad angle like that, and Shearson stayed pretty square and didn't allow a rebound to the guy crashing in front.
53 seconds left, face-off won by New Trier. Here's a chance, and it's taken away niftily there by Timothy Hackett. Puck will come along the boards. We have a whistle, and it looks like pointing out of the zone is the referee. I'm not sure exactly what the call is. It looks like the net might have come off.
Yeah, it's an interesting to point out. Finnegan's flying the zone there, up near about like the halfway mark, and you think that you would want him more back in the zone and play defense. So
well, we have a face-off outside the zone. So whatever the whistle was, it's come outside. Here's an opportunity for New Trier. They'll move the puck in behind the net now. Moving it around for the stick of Mark Ashmore. Ashmore to the point. A shot taken there by Randall. Doesn't get through. Dumped as a player for New Trier. Ramblers get it out to center. It'll go off the stick of Aiden Finnegan looking for the empty net, and now taken up by New Trier. 23 seconds left off the boards and unable to get to it. A shot missing the empty net. A turnover by New Trier at the worst of times. That's a broken stick, sends a blade all the way out to center. Here's a chance for an empty net and a goal. Who else but Eamon O'Brien placing the dagger in the heart of an unbeaten season for New Trier. Loyola 2-0.
Yeah, and you see Loyola come celebrate with their crowd. It's a big win. Like I mentioned to Bob Melton before, it's tough to beat a team three times in a season. And just coming off that loss last week to New Trier, Loyola came pumped up as Finnegan is waving goodbye to the New Trier faithful.
A huge goal, and who else, as I said, but Eamon O'Brien. That's his 9th goal in league play, his 19th point through 10 games, this being the 10th. With 13 seconds left, that will just about do it. It all came because of a broken stick. The blade flew out to center. New Trier lost possession, and that will end the chance for them to tie the game and end the perfect season. Loyola takes this rivalry game 2-0 as New Trier drops their first of the season. And
something even more surprising, New Trier gets shut out. Hasn't happened this year. Team that averages 5 goals, as we talked about pregame, which is an incredible stat. Gets shut out. Shearson played a great game. So did Rieger. It's just like we said, that one bad bounce earlier that ended up costing him.
Drew Shearson only played 102 minutes of league play so far, second on the team, but that .945 save percentage and .150 goals against average, it's going to go up just like the sellies he's having right now as he jumps into the boards. A shutout for Andrew Shearson as the Loyola players slam the boards in celebration of a well-earned victory.
Yeah, it's taking down the #1 team in state and coming off of that state championship last year where you stopped New Trier's streak of back-to-back or whatever it may be, and it's a big win. It was a great game too. So
I think Drew Shearson hurt himself jumping into the boards. He's hunched over a little bit, but you know what? You can't blame him for being excited. The defending state champs have lost twice this season to New Trier. That ends today. A big victory for Loyola Gold over New Trier Green. Final score here from Centennial Ice Rink, 2-0 in favor of the Ramblers.
Yeah, it's just the Loyola defense just was too much for New Trier today. And I think that was just the difference maker.
And a big game indeed for Loyola. As we mentioned, they'll improve their league record to 9-1-1. New Trier falling to 9-1-0. And so a big dub in the win column for Loyola. Well, that just about does it here from Centennial Ice Rink. Anyone else want to hop on in? Any final thoughts, Wes? Anything you want to add?
Great game. We knew from the start, I mean, it's a rivalry game. We knew it was going to be a 1-goal game where, like I said, maybe an empty netter to have that 2-goal difference. But, you know, like I said before, it's Loyola's defense that really did it and didn't really give up too many opportunities for New Trier. So
a big game, a big win, a great atmosphere, and a great one. You know, we promised you a great game, and, well, we got one.
We got one, yeah.
As once again, the final score, Loyola Gold 2, New Trier Green 0. For the final time, I'm Andrew Weiss, joined by Wes Anderson. Wes, a pleasure working with you tonight. It was a lot of fun.
Hey, it was all mine. It's nice to do it.
Yep, and for everyone else here, for our wonderful producing staff and camera operators, this has been the Scholastic Hockey League Network. This has been a great game of hockey, and this will be a great night. Have a good one, folks.